They're still holding their own against her, even though she has so much power, or they're still holding their own against her, against Kaguya. This is Sullivan Analysis of Naruto, chapter 680. Once again, like right now things are on the edge after what Kaguya did. She apparently summoned lava from another world. Engulfing them. And at first, Kakashi mistakes it for a genjutsu, but he managed to say, but no. Oh, it's really lava. Apparently, remember Katsuyu had so much power. Remember, Kaguya and her enormous power, like the sages had the power to bend reality, but her power is more focused. After all, she was the source of chakra itself. Like she was literally gave birth to all chakra in the world. No, well technically it was the God tree, but she's the one who ate it, like the whole, the whole forbidden fruit Adam and Eve thing. And her power is so strong, like they're trying to struggle against him. But they say you got Sasuke. He managed to save them by using the summoning jutsu to summon his hawk. We haven't seen that hawk since he fought against Danzo. And then there's finally there's Kakashi. He managed to save himself. Sakura by using a kunai tying into a skull as a rope. And then there's Obito. He managed to save Obito by putting the kunai straight to his hand and it's laying through the rock. Like dart hurts. Boy, that's gonna hurt Obito when he wakes up, and if he wakes up. And things right now are on the edge right now for them. They try their best to counteract it, and Katsu, she tries to, like Kaguya, she tries to stop them in best way she can, but she is not gonna let this go. Oh, and she is not. In fact, she even tries to knock them down more than once. She even hits the vital using Byakugan to find their location to everything. She hits the vital points of the eagle. The wings. If a bird can't fly, it's basically just a bird. If a bird can't fly, they just can't fly, because that's a major weakness. If you take out the wings, you take out its ability to fly. And you also get to notice that Sasuke is trying to make sure that Naruto remembers that the focus strictly on Kaguya, and that the fact that the reason why he saved Kakashi and Sakura in the first place in the beginning is because they were next to him during the Infinite Tsukuyomi, meaning he doesn't care as much about them. I mean, we noticed that already. He doesn't care as much, yet he managed to protect them, and Naruto's asking what, and he's asking Naruto what. It's because my body just moved on. So remember the battle of the Great Naruto Bridge when Naruto's first C-rank mission. Remember him, Sakura, Sasuke, and Kakashi took on Sabuza and Haku, the X-style user. Sasuke did the same thing. He protected Naruto with his life after having stabbed multiple times. He did the same thing, but he's trying to make sure to rally Naruto, even though he's still him. He's trying to make sure to rally Naruto. Because remember, he's also trying to say if both of them die, then their power will be. If either of them die, then they won't be enough to stop her, and he thinks that their power is enough to steal Kaguya away again. And it makes sense. And you notice that Kaguya, she noticed that the more they fight with her, the more they remind her of her son, Kogodoragi, the sage of six paths himself. But she doesn't care. And that just annoys her more. That just infuriates her more. She wants chakra to be hers and only hers alone. She wants to make chakra hers and one again. Remember, the sage of six paths. Even though he was her son, even though he was her son, he gave chakra to all the people and taught them the meaning of ninjutsu. Not ninjutsu, ninjutsu. Ninjutsu was just developed later as an alternative term. But she was a power-hungry, greedy woman after that, and she became. And remember, also, if I don't say this, I didn't mention Byakugan in my last video because we already know that she attained that her visual powers had the power to control all three at once. In fact, the Byakugan was derived from the Sharingan from some time ago. That means the Hyuga is a branch plant of the Uchiha family. And then finally, there's the Rinnegan. I mean, the Sharingan is basically the Rinnegan, just downgraded and changed over the centuries. But everything else in this thing is just been crazy. And Naruto even discovers that he can float. Oh, he apparently had to fly. He remembers that after Madara first gained the power of the Sage of Six Paths, and and Obito did. They both learned how to float and fly. Even Naruto knows how to float and fly, and he tries to protect them. He even tries to stop him as many times as they can for and thing. He tries to protect them. He even makes a shadow clone of himself to make sure that the Kakashi and Sakura are always protected. And this way, hey, both he and Sasuke can take Kaguya on without any distractions. You also get to notice the former Hokage are now back in action. Remember, the first, second, and third had their powers were delayed because of Madara, his sealing rods. But now that Madara is gone, that means that his power disappears with him, and now he's retired in Kaguya. And that means that no one's maintaining the spell anymore. That means Hashirama, Tobirama, Hiruzen Sarutobi, Harami, and Minato, they're all back in action. Remember, they're all Edo Tensei, reanimation, they're all dead. That means, how can you cast a Genjutsu spell on a person that's already dead if their brain ceases functioning? Makes simple. You can't, since they're basically brain dead, they have nothing can enter in their brains. Even though it's all a spell, so basically, yeah. And even though Minato, he's still around, he still has no hands. Can he even do stuff? But no. He's not gonna. He wants to go. He wants to go straight to Naruto. Remember, Naruto's his son, and he's willing to die for his son, even though he's already dead. He's taken so many beatings for Naruto. Oh, he's already gone through life and death back again for his son. And he's willing to do that all the time, because that shows how dedicated Minato is as a father. But he's getting a lot of his ass kicked throughout the war. You gotta admit. And then in Kaguya, and also you got even though Kaguya and Naruto, they both clashed. In Kaguya, she only takes some blunt of the force, but Naruto is literally hurled back. Even though they both have strength, it's Kaguya who has the greater strength. And that was still a distraction for Sasuke to come up from the air to launch his attack with his Susanoo, and that's how the chapter ends. And give me your opinion on what you think we'll have next. Will the 5 Kage will the 4 Kage have a chance do something about this? I mean, think about it. I mentioned this in my past videos. Since they're reanimation, they're not affected by Genjutsu, but that means that those guys are their trump cards. If they are manageable, and if they manage to survive, if they manage to stay intact after all this time, those men are basically the last up. But Minato, no hands. The only ones who are probably more useful are the other 3. Hey, Hiruzen, Tobirama, and Hashirama. They're more useful, and give me your opinion. What do you think of this chapter? I want your honest opinion, and please just. No, don't mellow me. Just don't hate me. Just give me your honest, straightforward opinion on what you think. I just want your honest word about that. I'm not asking for anything, just your honest opinion. And will they prevail? I hope so, because Kishimoto keeping us on the edge. Remember, he said he was going to end Naruto this year, 2014, and he keeps coming up with surprises out of the woodwork. I'm not hating the surprises either. I'm giving them a thumbs up. I give this a A+ of a chapter. Because it shows that even though they are weakened, even though the force has been bashed, and most of the Shinobi Alliance are under the spell, they are not down and out. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin. I'm giving a review of Naruto chapter 680. Once again, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll put the link down. Comment, like, subscribe. Signing.